Hello my people, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Agnes in case you're new to this channel. Today's tutorial I will show you how I made this front tie top. I used a granny stitch, which is quite easy, and you can adjust this to any size. I will let you know how you can do that in the tutorial. So we are just going to go straight into the tutorial. If you like my written patterns, go ahead and check out my online shops. I'm going to leave the links in the description box. Just a little interruption before we start. So today, 4th of July, is a special day because today marks 5 years since I started my YouTube channel, since I uploaded my first video, and I'm so grateful for this community. We've grown to almost 500,000, so 500,000 in 5 years. That's really great growth, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you that had made this happen. Definitely we inspire each other. I love this community because we get to create and inspire each other, and I hope we continue to inspire the next generation too to continue crocheting. So thank you so much. I just wanted to say it in person, so I appreciate each and every one of you. So yeah, let's continue. So for the yarn, I'm using this yarn from Durable Yarns. It's called Durable Cosyfine, and it is a size 3 or DK yarn weight. It's a mixture of 58% cotton and 42% polyacrylic. It's 50 grams, 105 meters long. I'm using 3 colors. I'm going to leave the link to where you can purchase this in the description box. I'm going to use scissor, and for the hook size I'm going to use 4mm hook. The yarn recommends a 4 to 4.5, so I'm going with the list. Tape measure, I'm going to put some bra pads. These are very optional. I got this on Amazon, so very optional. We're going to start with a bra cup, and we will start here and work our way like this until we have the width and height that we like, a good coverage for you. To start, you're going to chain 4 chains. So make a slip knot, and then make 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and then we're going to go into our very first chain and then close this off into a circle with a slip stitch like that. So there's a little circle in the middle there, or you can use a magic circle if you like. So for the first row or round, we are going to chain 2, yarn over, and in the middle of this circle we're going to make 3 double crochets. One, two, 3, and then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to make 6 double crochets in that same circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to chain 1, and in that same circle you're going to make 6 more. So this is how it looks like. Now we're going to go on top here of this first stitch here and close it off with a slip stitch. So I go in here like that and slip stitch. So this is how it looks like. And now I want to change color, so I'm going to cut this off, leaving a small tail, and then take my second color, chain 2, turn my work, and then between this chain and this first stitch here, in between here, this first double crochet and this chain 2, we're going to make double crochets. So that's my first double crochet. We're going to make 2 of them, so that's my first, and here is my second double crochet. So this chain 2 counts as a stitch, so that counts as our third double crochet. And now we're going to yarn over, then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3. You skip 3 stitches, and in between the third and the fourth stitch there, you're going to make another 3 double crochets. Like that, and then you're going to skip 3, so 1, 2, 3, and into this chain 1 space we are going to make 4 double crochets. That's 1, yarn over, 2, 3, and 4. And now we are going to chain 1, and in that very same space we are going to make another 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. So this is the part that will be going up. Next we are going to skip 1, 2, 3, and between the third and fourth in there we are going to make 3 double crochets. And then skip 1, 2, 3, we land here in this chain 1, and we make 3 double crochets. So we end there, and now we change to the next color. If you're not changing colors, you don't need to do all that, cutting it off, so you just continue. But for now we are going to chain 2, yarn over, and we're going to turn our work. So this row and this row is different. How we started and even how we work here is different, so you need to pay attention to that. So I will yarn over, and now I'm just going to go straight into between these 2 clusters and make a cluster there, which is 3 double crochets. And then I'm going to go into the next space here, 3 double crochets, skip 2, 1, 2, between the second and third, 3 double crochets, skip 2, in this chain space, 3 double crochets, chain 1, in the same space 3 double crochets, All right, so now skip 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. Three double crochets, skip 3, right now to end this off, we'll end with a double crochet on top of this chain 2, like that, so that we are matching this side, because we have a chain 2 here that acts as a double crochet, and this one. So now I'm going to change color back to this, and now we're just going to be repeating this row and this third row. So this and this, this and this. So I'll show you one more time. Chain 2, turn your work, and now this chain 2 counts as a stitch, so between this double crochet and this first cluster I'm going to make 2 double crochets like that. So this is repeating this row here, so go in, three double crochets in between the clusters, 3 double crochets in between the clusters, once you get here, skip 1, 2, 3 in this chain space here, you're going to make 4 double crochets, chain 1 in the same space, make 4 double crochets, looks like this, and continue to make clusters until you get to the bottom. So once you're here at the bottom, in that space between the chain and the cluster, you're just going to make 3 double crochets to finish your cluster, and this is how it looks like. So you're just going to continue repeating these 2 rows. Okay, so this is row 1, row 2, so you're repeating row 3 and row 4 until you have the length or the coverage that you like, and then you make 2 of them. All right, and then we'll come to the next step. I took out the last row, and I have here 7 inches because it was a bit too big. So I have 7 inches at the bottom, and this is about, we have 6 inches for the height, so 7 inches, that's for the width, so which means both cups are 7 7, which makes it 14 inches, right? So I already have 14 inches. This is what I have here, 14 inches, but we need something to wrap around our bust, I mean under bust. So you're going to take measurements under your bust, put your tape measure under your bust and see how much that is. For me, it is about 26 inches under my bust. So from 26 inches, I will deduct 3 inches for the stretch and everything, tension. So I will deduct 3 inches from that. So which means I will have 23 inches, right? 23 inches. And I already have 14. So my back chain is going to be this difference between 23 and 14, which is 9 inches. So that's the chain that I'm going to make for the back. So you're going to make that calculation too. So let's put it in writing. So under your bust, you take your tape measure, you rub it under your bust. For me, it's 26 inches under my bust. So 26 inches. And then you measure your cups. At the bottom, mine is 7 plus 7 because there are 2 cups, which is 14. All right? Which is 14. But from the 26 inches, I subtract 3 inches because I have, you know, it will stretch and whatever, we leave that allowance. So from 26 minus 3 inches, that I stay with 23 inches, okay? So now you're going to get your 23 inches and subtract the inches that you already have for the cups. So for me, it's 23 minus 14, which is 9 inches. So my back chain that is going around my back, because we are doing a front tie, will be 9 inches of chain. All right, so take your cups and you're going to reattach your yarn, whichever color that you want. If you're working with one color, good for you. Don't cut off your yarn. So I'm reattaching here and I'm going to make single crochets. So in this very first stitch, I'm going to make 1 single crochet, and then in here next I'm going to make another single crochet. So like each color I'm putting, or each row I'm putting 2 single crochets. All right, so in this brown I'm putting 1 and 2, in the white 1 and 2. So I'm just going to work 2 single crochets in every row all across the bottom until I get to the other side of the bra cup, and then we will come and make the chain. So I went across with my single crochets. Now we need to make the chain, and for me I'm going to be making 9 inches of chain. So this number that you have here, after you've done that simple math, then that's what you'll chain. So I'm going to chain 9 inches of chain. You just have to keep chaining and measuring and seeing if that is, you know, enough. So I need to get to 9, so I still have a few to go. I continue to chain, and now when I measure it, I have 9, so I stop there, and now I take my other side of the bra cup, the new bra cup, and then attach my chain there. So in this first stitch here, make a single crochet, and then I'm just going to continue like I did before, 2 single crochets in every row. And go across until the end. Then I'll meet you at the end so that we can start on the next row. I'm coming to the end, so this is a chain that I have here. I will still put my 2 single crochets, and now I'm done. So for the next row, I'm just going to keep using the same color, and we are going to work the granny stitch across. This is how it is from afar. Later when you fold it, the chain should be at your back and this should be in front, and then we are just tying in front. So you are going to chain 2, and then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to make a double crochet in that very first stitch. You're going to skip 2 stitches, so skip 1, 2, and into the third stitch you're going to make a cluster, which is 3 double crochets in that one stitch. skip 2 stitches, and into the third make a cluster, skip 2, into the third one make 3 double crochets, and you're going to do this across the bottom. Even when you get to your chain, you will continue doing the same, skip 2 chains, and then in the third make 3 double crochets. So do that all the way across the chain and the bottom of the other cup until you get to the end. I'll meet you there. Coming to the end, and I have 3 stitches, which is okay for me, good. But if you have 2 stitches, just skip 1 and put a double crochet in your last stitch. Okay, so we are making 1 double crochet in the last stitch, and that is our row 1. So we start with a double crochet and end with a double crochet. Now for row 2, you're going to chain 2, and row 2 is going to be different from row 1, how we start it and how we end it. We will be repeating these 2 rows. So you're going to go into this chain space, not chain space, but between the double crochet and the cluster, and you're going to make 3 double crochets. Scratch that. Let's just make 2 because the chain 2 counts as a stitch. So make 2 double crochets because this chain 3 will count as a stitch. Then you're going to go into every space between the clusters and make a cluster in there. So 3 double crochets in every space between the clusters. And you're going to do that until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end just to show you how we close it off. So I'm coming to the end and I have 1 space to go. So I'm going to go in with a cluster, and I will put 3 double crochets. You could put 2 double crochets and then a double crochet at in the last stitch, but I will just go in with 3 and then a double crochet in the last stitch. Doesn't make a really big difference. All right, so now for the next row, we are going to be repeating what we did for row 1. I think I'll change color. If you're not changing color, you just continue with the chain 2, but I will change color. So I'm going to change to this color. So chain 2, I tie it so that it's secure. Chain 2, turn your work, and we are going to make a double crochet first. That's what we made in this row here, right? So you make a double crochet in that very first stitch. And then you're going to go into the next space between the 2 clusters and make a cluster. Go into the next space, make a cluster. You are going to be repeating these 2 rows until you have the length of the top that you like, and then I will meet you there. So I did a couple of rows, and I think this is about 6 inches long. So once I was done with that, I cut off the yarn, and I did 1 strap, this strap here. I was running out of yarn, so I did another color. I meant it to be brown. So I'm going to show you how I did this strap right here. I did about 20 inches long, and the end here I kind of reduced 1 stitch for the next 5 rows at the beginning, and it had kind of sharp pointed, but that's not necessary really. So I'm done with the straps, both of them, and next we are going to do a border line here all the way up, go behind, come back this way, go over there, and finish it off here. So start from the bottom, reattach your yarn, whichever color you want to use. I'll be using this color, the cream color. Make single crochet, 1 and 2, 1, and then so this is 3 single crochets. Then I'm going to chain 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to go into this front stitch here, and then this other one, and then make a slip stitch like this. So we have this going up on there. Then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 single crochets, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So go into this front loop here, and then this other loop right there, and then slip stitch. So pull through all those 3, and then you have this. So I'm just going to go ahead and make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and repeat. 1, 2, 3. Pull through all 3. So keep doing that. You can make them closer if you like, but I wanted them not so close. So I'll keep doing that until I'm up here, and then once I'm up here, I will only work slip stitches along the band all the way up here, then come down with slip stitches and do the same, this stitch along this other part. Slip stitches along the band all the way up here, then come down with slip stitches and do the same, this stitch along this other part. So I'm done with the border. Started here, went all the way up, and then did single crochets on the straps all the way up, came down like this, then started the picot again at the back all the way here, single crochets, went down like this, picot again, came all the way until here. At the bottom I did 4 single crochets and not 6, so that's why they're a bit close. Then I did that and came back all the way to where we started. So I joined with a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet, and yeah, that's it. So I'm going to put the front ties here. Initially I wanted to make a very long chain and make a single crochet so that I can be able to pass it through here all the way to the back and to the other side, and you can adjust it like a drawstring, but I didn't have enough yarn for this color, so you can either do that and just pass it in and out of these chain spaces all the way to the other side, and you can be able to adjust it tighter or loose, whichever way you want, in case your top is actually loose. So but I didn't have that, so now I'm just going to make front tie strings. So I will just reattach my yarn here at the bottom of the bra cup, and then I'll make some chains. Just make enough chain that you can be able to tie at the front. I think like this is enough. I can be able to tie and make a bow or something. So I'm just going to go back on it with single crochets to make it more thicker. So I'll skip one, go into the second chain and just work single crochets across the chain. And I'll meet you here so that we can join it back. So I'm back here at the start where I started, and now I'm just going to go into this next stitch. This is where I started. Now the next stitch and make a slip stitch, and that's it. So we have this tie, and now you're going to do the same for the other side, so that you have two and you can tie in front. If I had this color, then I would do a very long drawstring. Then I'm able to also adjust the back just in case it's loose, but I know it's not. So I didn't sew the bra pads in yet, but once I do that, I will make a tutorial for that and show you how I did it. I just put them on my boobs. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the tutorial, and thank you so much for your support. I hope we hit 500 soon, 500,000 soon. I think we are like 4,000 away from that. So thank you so much for always supporting. Please share, like, comment, and I will see you in the next tutorial. So bye guys, love you all.